does it still take a village? When I was growing up, the saying was, it takes a village to raise a child. And basically what that meant is that you could be a single mother, you could be a single dad, and there were other resources and people in your community who would help out, who would help you raise your child, who would help you get through life and things like that. So whether you were a single parent or not, there was always support. We had Cub Scouts. We had a program called Young Davids in Warren, Ohio at Second Baptist Church at the time, who was the pastor, Reverend Mosley. We also had activities in our community that we took part in, the Black Festival and other things, cultural events, cultural things. And there's been a breakdown in society as far as, well, the question is, has there been a breakdown in society and how we look at how we share and how we communicate and how we treat each other? So I'm going to ask my son, Willie. Hey, how you doing, Willie? How you doing in Ohio today? I know it's kind of chilly down there, right?
Yeah, I'm good, Pops. It's definitely a little cold, a little snow, but younger people a little bit unpredictable these days. They value different things, especially with social media being as big as it is.
Right.
Just the way that they conduct themselves and carry themselves is a little different compared to when I was growing up. Because when I was growing up, like anybody's mom or dad could kind of correct you if they saw you doing something. It's not so much like that no more.
Right. Let me take you back for a second.
Mm-hmm.
You remember, I don't know if I think you were in middle school, maybe high school, when you had a breakup with a girl and it was hard on you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I had to talk to you about it. And my advice was to you was that once you break up, don't go back.
Yeah.
Because
I still tell myself that. It's like, all right, don't go back. I still tell myself that.
Right, because a lot of times the second time is even worse than the first time. So I remember telling you that when you were real young, man, you had a breakup and you were feeling real down and you were feeling low. And I'll let you know that goes away. But the thing is that once you break up with somebody, move on and move forward. And I think that a lot of young people, not even just a lot of young people, but a lot of adults have an issue with moving on.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Because nobody wants, like when the breakup happens, what I've learned is nobody wants the breakup to go a way that they didn't, like they weren't in control.
Right.
Like you want it to be on your terms. So that's why a lot of people go back, so that when the breakup happens again, it'll be on their terms.
Right.
Like,
I'll walk away from you.
Yeah. Like I'll come back just to walk away in a couple of months. So
or I'll come back just to cheat on you with one of your friends.
Yeah, just to run you into the ground.
Right.
Like, I'm not even here because I want to be here. I'm here just for the get back. I know a lot of that goes on too.
Pettiness.
Absolutely, 100%.
And the worst part about that is you got a lot of kids' lives hanging in the balance.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people aren't thinking about the kids. They're thinking about trying to hurt the other person.
Right, or using the kids as a pawn.
The kid.
Right, exactly. Or use the kid as a pawn. My thing is that there's certain things kids shouldn't even be privy to. Certain things kids shouldn't even know about. If you're going through financial issues, your kids shouldn't know it. If you're going through a depression, if you're going through some stuff, the kids shouldn't know about it. Maybe not the details, but there's nothing wrong with being sad. If your kids saw you being sad, say, hey, Dad's sad right now. Dad going through some things. So they know not to hide their emotions. But at the same time, that's not an opportunity to drop all of your weight onto your child.
Absolutely. It's not your child shouldn't feel like, oh man, Daddy don't have no money, so I got to go make some money. That your child shouldn't feel that way.
Right. Or I'm not gonna ask Dad for anything because he don't have it.
Yeah.
So that's another part of it. But going back to it takes a village to raise a child. I want you to kind of think about this for a second. When did it change? Or when was there a change in your upbringing, or at least your generation? Because like I told you earlier, mine was crack. I know it changed my generation. Before crack hit the scene, we were out shoveling snow. We were out cutting grass. We were out mowing lawn. Raking up leaves. We were taking people's trash out, and we were dependable kids in our community, which means we didn't rob people in our community. We didn't steal from the people in our community. But once crack hit the scene, all of that went away.
Yeah.
All of that went away. And all of a sudden, we weren't mature. We were still young and dumb kids. We still needed the adults to teach us. We thought we had it figured out. We thought we were going to be rich by the time we were 21. I mean, seriously, we thought we were going to be millionaires selling dope, and we didn't understand that we were systematically destroying our own community. If we'd have known that, if we'd have known that we were going to be destroying our community, if we'd have known that young people would have fell in the same trap, if we'd have known that we would have been doing so much time in the penitentiary, we'd have never done that. But see, hindsight is always 20/20. So what happened, or what was it with your generation that you think changed your generation forever? What would it be, in your opinion?
I can't really say for sure, because I know when I was growing up, it taking a village was, at least from my perspective, that concept was very much alive and well, because it was plenty of times where I was somewhere and I knew I couldn't behave a certain way. I couldn't do a certain thing because I knew people couldn't wait to either tell you or tell my mom if I was caught outside doing something I ain't had no business doing. So I knew.
You remember that time you went to reserve and I came into the building to do my classes, and as soon as I walked in the building, some girl was like, "Mr. Harris, your son is in detention."
Yeah, people couldn't wait. People couldn't wait. Like they used to see me like, "Oh, I'm telling your daddy." Like, why do you got to do that?
And I walked up to you while you were sitting in the class, and your eyes were so big.
And I'm like, you're not supposed to know I'm here.
Right. And I walked to you. I said, "I'm gonna talk to you later."
And
walked out.
I remember every time, all those times. I ain't gonna lie, I definitely remember all of those. But that was my experience growing up. Like I knew, but the thing with me was I never knew who was who. So even if I didn't know an adult here, they probably know who I am.
Right.
They probably watching to make sure that I don't do, something I ain't got no business doing.
Right.
So I don't really know where it changed, like officially, as far as the generation after mine. Me personally, I think that the teenage pregnancy thing really caught up with us, and that the age gap wasn't very far off between us being the actual adults and then the kids coming up, because we're so close in age.
So y'all having kids so young.
Yeah, so it's almost like you're not gonna listen to nobody that's 6-7 years older than you because you feel like y'all so close in age, versus somebody that's like your great uncle's age or somebody that's your grandma's age. And then, a lot of people my age, they really don't care to reach back to the kids. And I talk to some younger dudes sometimes, but not only do I know how to talk to them, I don't take a position as if
you the expert. Listen to me.
I'm an expert. Like I know more than you. Like, oh, if you don't do this, no, I can meet you where you at. Whatever conversation that we have and get my point across, or where it don't sound like I'm speaking down on you. Because a lot of times what happens is a lot of the people who do reach back to the youth, they take a position of speaking down to them.
Right.
And ain't nobody about to sit and listen to that if they can help it.
Right. It's a way you do it.
Yeah. So a lot of the communicate. So aside from the people that are afraid to address the kids, sometimes the people that do address the kids, they speak to them in a way to where it's a little berating, and nobody gonna sit somewhere and listen to a person talking to them and they feel like they being disrespected.
Right.
So I definitely think the teenage pregnancy gap caught up with us, and just like and grandmas start getting younger. Grandmas is in their 30s now.
Right, and grandma's still in the club.
Yeah, grandma's in their 30s now.
So we don't have big
21-year-old girls.
Right.